And we are back with my adventures in Sonic the Hedgehog for the final part, Scrap Brain Zone. Or, I'm going to die a lot zone. Because I am going to die a lot. Scrap Brain Zone is one of the hardest zones, not just in the game, but in probably Sonic history. It's not the hardest, I don't think, but there's definitely some challenges here that are very easy to screw up on. Now, looking at this here, there are two paths. As is typical, the bottom path is not as rewarding. It is quite the challenge, hence why we are taking the top path. And it's the path I would recommend you take as well, though it's not easy to stay on. As you can see here, you just gotta be very careful, because this zone will find ways to make you regret taking any path. This is the hardest zone in the game for a reason. It's Eggman's major factory. You can totally tell if he didn't make it, he's definitely repurposed it for his own needs. And it's dangerous. Man, this zone is just scary to watch, and it's definitely scary to play. Ah, I hate this part. You have to time this so perfectly. Because the switch doesn't... the switch is more of a timer than it works the way it should, so it's just... I'm trying to use it the right way, and I'm not, and... See, now I gotta go back and do it again. Again, this is going to make you regret taking this little path. There we go. Ugh. Yeah, I don't care. You just fall forward. And similar to the other Scrap Brain, it has similar level design layouts. It has similar enemies like ball hogs, but the ball hogs are a little more bearable, I guess. I don't know. There's something about them that makes them a little easier to deal with. A nice easy 1,000 points. So yeah, we just dealt with the outside of Scrap Brain. I like to think of it as Eggman basically just transported Sonic back to Scrap Brain, just to a different other area, and now Sonic's back, and he's going to go down and take Robotnik once and for all. And it's not going to be easy. I mean, I could have ended with Skybase, I suppose, but I thought that this is a more fitting zone to end it on. This game has the better ending, too. And this is actually more challenging, I think. I think that out of the two, you get more of a challenge if you do this. So. And the final act of this zone is pretty interesting, and I think it's thematically hilarious. So, there's another reason we're doing that as well. Yeah, so my recommendation for this zone is try to stay above on the top path. The bottom path is harder, and it will be painful to deal with because of stuff like that. So, just keep it in mind when you're dealing with this. Also, why is there a face? Oh. I love that I did that. I don't know how I did that, but I love that I did that. But yeah, this is a weird design for an Eggman base. Again, that's why I'm wondering if this really is Eggman's base, or if he just repurposed it. You know, it could go either way, really. Well, I mean, I can't imagine. The only reason I don't think it's an Eggman base specifically is because there isn't any Eggman symbols, no logos. He's so famous for using that. But there's not really any here. But at the same time, I can't imagine that South Island just had a death factory on its own. So he had to have at least repurposed this zone for whatever means he needed to create his super weapons. Because, Eggman loves taking things that already existed and using them for his own needs, giving his own iconic spin on them. Maybe he put that evil face there. Crushers. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing. I'm not saying why it's foreshadowing, but it's foreshadowing. Obviously, if you've played the game already, you know why it's foreshadowing. Also, interesting badnik choices. Having like a caterpillar here, having like the ball hog. It's like, those don't seem like they would fit in with Scrap Brain, and yet I think of them the most with the Scrap Brain in it. Well, maybe not caterpillar, I guess. Definitely ball hog. It's pretty iconic for it. Also, these bomb things. Yeesh. Alright, so there's the ball. A ball hog. Also, look, the bombs actually have like a physics. I don't know if they had that in the GameCube version. I don't think you ever got a chance to see that, but yeah. They actually follow a direct path of gravity. It's interesting. Alright, well. We're almost there. We just gotta get past this. We're going to Act 3. We're gonna take down Eggman for real this time. For once and for all. And a cutscene. Ooh. Or an interactive cutscene. Nope. Uh-oh. Eggman! And Act 3 is a labyrinth zone type zone. Oh my gosh. Wow. How crazy intense is this? They actually made a second labyrinth. Oh man. So, there are two ways to do labyrinth. An easy way and a hard way, depending on what you did at that beginning part. And you should probably take the easy way, because this is even harder than Labyrinth Zone was. The easy way is shorter, it's safer, but it's still very dangerous, so you gotta be careful. I would not recommend doing this unless you know what you're doing. This is where it gets really hard. But yeah. This is just so crazy that they decided, you know what? Instead of just doing another Scrap Brain themed one, we're gonna do a Labyrinth Zone themed one. I don't know if that's because the creators really, really liked Labyrinth Zone, or if it's because it was just easier to make another Labyrinth Zone type, or if it's because they really wanted to screw with people because they knew how hard Labyrinth Zone was. Oh, man. Terrifying. Because of the lag, it was like, when is he gonna actually bite it? When is he gonna bite it? This Labyrinth Zone wannabe. Let's just finish this already. Let's get out of this wannabe zone. This is it. The end. A unique ending area. Let's get out. The final zone. Now we get to fight the final boss of the game. This is why I wanted to save this for last. The Egg Crusher. After having such a hard time throughout this game, it's a pretty fitting way to end it all. This boss isn't super hard, but it will throw you for a challenge if you're not being careful. Yeah, basically just be careful where you stand. Take your chances if you want them, but I wouldn't recommend getting too chancy. Just stay safe, be patient. You have loads of time. Remember, the time limit is 9 minutes, so don't rush yourself. Just go through nice and easy, and you'll make it through. I wish I could break that dang little light that keeps throwing out these electric balls. And I really wish I had rings, but it's okay. We can do this. Again, it's all just a matter of patience. It's an interesting way to end it. We're not fighting him in an Lego-matic. We're actually fighting him almost head-to-head. He tries to crush us, we try to smack him. It's interesting. And I think it's one of his most iconic, like, boss fights. You know, even though it's not that special, it's like, everyone knows about this. Unfortunately for Eggman, I know it all too well. So I know how to avoid it, and I know how to strike back against it. We're almost finished with it. We just have to finish him off once and for all. Just have to save the day one more time. And there we go. Get him. One last hit, and that's the end. You actually don't have to do that hit, but it's always satisfying when you do. Hooray! South Island is saved. We may have lost the Chaos Emeralds, but we've saved South Island. And I'm sure that it will never be bothered by Robotnik again. Never again. Never again. Well, this was pretty fun. You know, I am still trying to get my feelings for how to do these live quotation mark playthroughs, these commentary tracks. But this was fun, even though there was so many recording issues and problems. Getting to play one of the first games I ever really owned and played, I loved it. There was a lot of challenges along the way, but we did it. We got through it. And I'm trying not to sing along to the song because, this is such a great medley track to end it off. It begins a nice tradition of having medley credit themes. They don't always keep it, but when it happens, it's like, yeah. It feels so Sonic. Oh, good. We can see a bit of the alternate path. This incredibly hard path. Yeah. It's scary already. You would get crushed by that, but you would think you would, and, yeah. Just be careful. Wow. This was a fun playthrough, and I can't wait to do the next one. We'll be back in the Sonic series eventually. We'll be doing something a bit different first. A totally different series that I also really want to show off and enjoy. But until then, thank you for watching my adventures in Sonic the Hedgehog.